Hello everyone and welcome to Estella's Intuitive Chamber. I'm going to do a quick tarot reading. I want to tap into the energy of the UAPs, UFOs, or the drones, or whatever they are that we have been seeing, that people have been seeing over New Jersey, the United States. They're actually seen all across the globe right now in different places, mostly close to military bases and things like that. So let's see what tarot is actually telling me, because I do believe that there's some type of information that will not reveal itself so easily. There's definitely an energy shield, an energy block. There's some type of maybe either ritual, there's some type of seal or a deal that have been done on an energy level that seals this information from coming out, that seals kind of people's minds for now. So we are not allowed to know. I asked the higher guides, so even above my own guides, to answer, and they refuse to answer. Basically, as far as I can pick up and I can understand, there's some type of energy block. There's some type of like Pandora's box that is sealed with energy, and it's sealed with some type of magic, and just something fell out. So I'm just gonna check to see what this is as I'm talking about it. I love cards just falling out like that. It's charity and giving. So what I'm picking up with this card, so you can clearly see it, I see there's something that like it is telling me you need to deserve for me to give you this type of information. It's almost like, what are you going to do for me to give you this type of information? It's an information that's not really given easily. It has to be deserved, it has to be earned, it has to be given by someone willingly. It cannot just come out like that, because obviously, well, I'm also feeling it's a very valuable. So that whatever information holds a lot of monetary value and holds a lot of values in terms of, just generally holds extreme value, and it cannot just be given like that. But it could be that someone will feel generous enough to give us this type of information. For now, let's see, is this information gonna come out within the end of December, is what I want to know. I'm almost picking up on, it's not something that can be given, like you have to earn it, you have to deserve it, which is strange. Like, I mean, why wouldn't the public deserve or know? It's almost like it's information too valuable to just be given out like that, even though I know this is a card of giving and charity. So there's definitely the energy of like, I will give this information, but there's like lots of values that comes from it. And I want to see, is this type of information about the mystery of these drones or UAPs, is it going to be released to the public? Let's tap into that energy and see. Picking out this card feels right. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. We have movement. Once again, information moves, travels. I feel there's a lot of exciting things coming with this information. This is a card that travels a long way. So these news, they travel all around first, and then they come to a certain point. So what I'm feeling with this card, it will come out, is that, but it's showing me more, it's more like summertime. It either comes from a really hot place, a very hot country, a country desert with the Middle East, that sort of thing. You know, it could be that it first travels from this country and then it comes to us. So there's definitely some foreign land. It's weird, isn't it? Definitely there's some foreign land that is involved with this type of information. Is it that's going to come from a foreign land, or it's going to come from far away? There's definitely kind of Mars, the connotation with like war or some type of something that comes quickly as well. This is very confusing. But I've seen that in the reading that I did 2 weeks ago. I've seen that with definitely some type of news coming from the Middle East. So that's where it's going to begin, I suppose. I don't know if that makes sense, because it didn't make sense when I recorded that around 2-3 weeks ago, but now it's starting to sort of make sense to me. I feel this has to do with a faraway land, faraway, I don't know, just a country on the east. Is it the Middle East? It's definitely hot country, deserty country, you know. If it's not a country, it's a place that has a lot of desert. There's a lot of I don't know why I just see this wasteland. Is it a desert? What is this type of information? I want you to show me what this type of information is. Reversed Chariot. Now this is getting interesting. You know, when you have your like willingness to push forward, to push the chariot. So failed travel, travel that went wrong, unable to push forward. There's some type of message of aggression. There's some message of aggression type of thing. Not being able to push forward. You know, we have retrograde Mars in Leo. So that's a message of aggression to me. Because the card of the Chariot also indicates that you have a lot of control moving forward, a lot of control of your life. And with this card in reverse, it speaks like there's completely like powerlessness and lack of control and lack of movement as well. It's something that we cannot really control. This could also be an aggressive message based on some sort of movement or inability to move. What is the purpose of these drones that are flying on above the New Jersey, America? What is the purpose of them? Why are they here? Once again, reversed card. The reversed Four of Pentacles. Now, what's going on? Again, loss of control. Observation. What are they? They're someone familiar. They call it family. It's someone we know. And I find it interesting that these cards came out. What are UAPs? It's something very close to us, something familiar. This is the card of homecoming as well. This is the card of reunion. So it's really weird that asking what are UAPs, that this is what comes up. This is someone we feel familiar with, some type of reunion. There's a comeback. There's some sort of comeback reunion type of thing. Family. This is someone who makes us feel good as well. Someone we know as well. Someone we feel this unity and community with. Because I earlier got this card as well, which is the community card. Which is also like talks about family reunions, community, like something coming back to celebrate something. Are we getting someone officially coming out, returning to us to let us know they're here? Is that what we're getting? The return of something? 3 of Wands. So someone returns to give some type of perspective. Someone has come to observe us again. There's some type of observation going on here. He's observing something. He's deciding something. He doesn't know whether he wants to go or not, you know, so there's observation type of thing. But this is some sort of energy that we had before, that we dealt with before. There's familiarity here. Are they going to contact us next year? Please answer this question. There's going to be some contact here. This is the card of contact. This is the card of Mercury. It rules by Mercury. This is the magician. It's he who makes it happen. And this has a lot to do, what I see, with the metaphysical. So this is some type of metaphysical contact. This, I feel, is someone who is the creator of something. To me, the magician, he creates things. He's the creator of something. When you get this card and you want to, for example, you're asking about your job, it's a self-starter. That's a self-starter type of business. This is someone who created something and now is coming back. What? This is also the card of manifestation. So something manifests itself. It's a comeback of someone that we've either known, that we've seen before, that we're familiar with. So this is a comeback and a type of messenger, a type of like almost like a creator of some sort. Is that the government? I was getting kind of answers of like not wanting to let go. You know, I got the card of charity. So this is the government like, oh, you know, like not really willing to give us this information. But this is news coming anyway. This is like, I mean, this card is impulsive. He's gonna do what he wants to do. There's no stopping this energy, okay? So this energy is moving forward, whether they want it or not. But there's almost this like aggression, this like push to push this energy back, to bring it back, to stop this journey from happening. It's also, I feel there's some type of like attempt on stopping someone's journey to go forward, and there's been attempts to stop that. And with act of aggression or like word of aggression, there's holding on to information, there's holding on to something, there's like poor kind of lack of resources, there's a card of abandonment, like the government is going to abandon, like trying to give us any type of information, but then this is like a comeback that still comes with all of these cards. So these cards are about the UAPs. And the first cards were the government cards, which is interesting. Can you represent the government in one card? Can you represent what the government looks like in one card in this situation? Government represents the hand that feeds us, the hands that provides. That's how it's perceived, okay? The hand of abundance, you know, the Ace of Pentacles, the giver of things. What's the government in its shadow? The government in its shadow is actually quite ready to move on and to abandon us and to retreat. I'm feeling this, there's some sort of like pushback to make this government go and disappear and like push them back into the shadows. I feel the government is afraid. And so in its shadow, it's disappointing. You know, it abandons us when we need it most. So when we need information, the government decides to back on us, thinking we're really stupid. And we don't think for ourselves. I mean, remember that we, you know, maybe I shouldn't say this on video, but remember what you remember. Remember who you are and remember where you come from. And perhaps then you will have the answers to your questions. Show me in one card why some government drones are up there. Show me in one card why. Fear, anxiety. They're fearing something, okay? They're fearing some type of, they are terrorized by something. So the anxiety and the fear of I don't know, of something. There's some type of fear out there. Can you show me if the fear is the fear of, they mentioned nuclear bombs being smuggled into the country. So is this fear of an earthly matter is what I want to know. Potentially, yes, this is the type of, it's definitely a fear of destruction and the fear of everything collapsing and maybe mass panic or something. So there's some sort of fear that something is going to be destroyed and something is going to crumble down. The establishment is going to crumble down. So there's definitely some fear of something going wrong, some type of explosion or some type of attack of some sort. So there's fears, and that's why they sent them up there. There's a fear of something. Is that fear? I feel with this card comes more from the sky, or can be like blown up from the soil. You know, is that a fear of aliens? Is what I want to know. It was the Knight of Swords. This is fear of an adversary. This is an adversary. This is a card of wholeness and completedness. But I feel there's a fear of kind of someone reaching something before they even know where it is. There's an adversary that's showing here, ruled by Aquarius. an air sign, some adversary that is very swift and very quick and moves through the skies. So something that moves through the skies and moves with great speed is what the fear is. And they fear that this might destroy something. You know, they've come back to either pass a message or to make themselves known, and they're kind of afraid of that. What other things you can show me? So this is a fear of an adversary that's moving very smoothly, that's moving very quickly, that they are afraid that this adversary might be successful. They're afraid that this adversary is going to destroy everything. I know it's a circle of completedness, but I see this person is floating up in the sky, you know? So I'm trying to read this from a different perspective, okay? But there's also some type of worldly presence there, you know? There's a worldly presence. What is going to happen within the next 3 months? And I want this shown into 3 different cards regarding this situation. The Lover's reverse, this is, when they say harmonic companionship, this is disharmonic companionship. So this is some sort of conflict. This is disagreements between people. You know, they're like pulled apart, imbalance, disconnection. So this is conflict between someone. The card of foresight came up. Once again, looking at this card keeps showing up constantly keeps showing up. This is also the card of separation. So something separates. There's a foresight, there's looking ahead, planning, traveling, that sort of thing. So looking ahead, separation, conflict, looking towards, almost looking to see if you can go somewhere else or talk to someone else or call an adversary, not an adversary, call for backup or something like that. What is the last card that we have? Kind of like doing things the same way constantly and not making any progress. So this is the next 3 months. This is some sort of conflict. This is looking for a backup. Show me this adversary that I pulled. Show me the embodiment of that energy, of that adversary. King of Cups. This is someone highly emotionally intelligent, someone who wants to be there, out there to counsel us and to help us. This is someone of like high spiritual counsel. This is an adversary that embodies the embodiment of the King of Cups. There's definitely some type of higher spiritual help, higher spiritual guidance. A leader that is a male leader with some water sign qualities. But I feel this is someone like what is that? This is someone like a creator, higher guidance, higher spiritual, someone who wants to come and protect something, someone who rules this sort of fleet. Is that what it is? Some fleet commander. What is that? I don't know what that is, but that is a lot of water energy there. Someone who wants to bring to something good, you know? And it's like they fear this whatever this is. Why do they fear that? I mean, it's good energy. It's protective energy. It's kind of a family reunion type of energy. Why do they not want it? I don't understand why. Why do they not want this energy? Because it casts them out. It makes them leave something. It makes them go reclusive. It makes them like withdraw themselves, you know. How will I pick up on this? It's because it's not something that the society is used to having. And they fear that they're gonna bring to detachment of society of some sort. What else are they fearing with this energy? They're fearing the unknown. Because this is not something that they really know a lot about. They're fearing a new beginning. They're fearing the unknown. They're fearing to take a leap of faith. They're fearing to go out there and just explore that. And this is marked by Uranus as well. So they don't know what's going to bring or what's going to do. So is this energy that's coming to us good or bad? Show me in a card. It says it's good though. Bit of a reckless energy. It's not very balanced. It's like it's hard to maintain kind of balance with this energy. It brings an excess to something, returning to one's roots. So almost like they're gonna be returned. What is this? This is some coming. This is some coming back. Returning to what and returning to whom and doing what? I think the question can be answered very easily, but perhaps I'm not allowed to say it so openly. Reunion. So I'm constantly like, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4. There was another one here of reunion. At least 4 cards of reunion, of coming back to its roots. Is that gonna help us move on as society, like to higher vibrations? I feel like they could lead us to abuse some type of government power, or the power of the government to abuse its power. I feel like that has to do with establishment, with government, and this is like a pure abuse of power.